too long ago, I made a video titled Why I'm Not Topping Up to CPF. But recently, after I came upon more new information, I decided to change my mind and start topping up to CPF in 2023. Prata King. Anyway, that's what my channel is about, right? I'm always learning, and whenever I learn new stuff, I will use it to improve my strategies by a bit more. So, in this video, I will share why I suddenly decided to start topping up to CPF, then share what is my plan for CPF going forward. Alright, let's start right now. Okay, let me first quickly go through the initial reasons as to why I did not want to top up to CPF. First, the money will be locked up till old age. After topping up at 55, you will only be able to withdraw anything above the full retirement sum, or anything above the basic retirement sum if I pledge my property. Then subsequently, we will only start receiving monthly payouts at 65 years old. This is a big deal for me because personally, I'm aiming for financial independence, retire early or FIRE with $1 million by 2037 when I turn 40. Hence, I will need to save and invest as much money as I can and not lock it up in CPF where I can only access it 20 years later. Second, I felt that I was able to get a higher return elsewhere. CPF SA's 4% stable from PP return is good, but definitely feels low when compared to the S&P 500, which has historically given 10% annualized return over the long term, or VWRA, which has given about 9% annualized return. Third, there's a chance that CPF may change the policy anytime, like increase the withdrawal age, reduce the payouts, increase the retirement sum even more every year, or reduce CPF interest. I'm not saying it will definitely happen, but anything can happen over a 20 to 30 years period. So because of those three main reasons, I was reluctant to top up to CPF last year. But recently, I changed my mind. Here's why. First, I realized that the higher returns in the market are never guaranteed. The 2022 market crash has been a big wake-up call for us, and for me especially. In the past, when we look at big techs, we would think that they are safe, stable investments. But no. 2022 taught us that no stocks are safe, even the big ones. Microsoft is down by 30%, Google 40%, Amazon 50%. I can't even show Tesla because the crash is too violent. With this crash, I realized two things. One, the market is not guaranteed to always go up. What if the war escalates and inflation stays high for a long time? What if the US starts declining as predicted by Ray Dalio? What if there's a 20 or 30 years of lost decades? This happened to Japan, Italy, Singapore. Even US had a period where the market basically went nowhere. Second thing that I realized, what if the market crashes when I'm nearing retirement? GG lor. In 2022, the market had only declined by 17%, and all of us are already feeling super pain. But this crash is actually considered quite minor. If you look at bear markets since World War II, the average decline is a lot worse at about negative 32%, and it took an average of 21 months to break even. Also, even this negative 32% crash is still nothing when compared to the crash during the 1929 Great Depression, where the market crashed by negative 86%. Wholesale. And the problem with living off your portfolio is that how much you can withdraw and use every year entirely depends on the market conditions for that year. Market goes up, you can withdraw more. Market goes down, you cry a bit and you can eat air and drink rainwater. That's why while I'm chasing after FIRE, I realized that I need a guarantee that if anything bad happens to the market, I don't have to come out of retirement when I become an old apek. And the only thing that can give this guarantee is our CPF payouts. If I have 200k in CPF, I would be able to receive a fixed 1k payout every month. And that is a super important stabilizer for my retirement. Quick pause. Here are 3 reasons to sign up to today's sponsor, Webull. First, Webull has fractional shares, which lets you buy as little as $5 per share. 2. There's zero commission for trading shares. And 3. Right now, they are giving out $100 worth of free trading vouchers and a lucky draw of Apple shares worth up to $1,888. All you need to do is deposit $100 into the account, buy one US stock or one US ETF with a minimum transaction of $100, buy one US option, and subscribe to a mutual fund for at least 5 days, and you will receive all your free gifts. So if you are interested, you can sign up using my link down below. Alright, let's get back to the video. Second, I realized that I don't need the additional money to achieve FIRE. Just for context, when I talk about topping up to CPF, I'm referring to topping up 8K into our CPF for tax relief purpose. Yes, every little bit helps, but with just 4 more years to go, this 8K or 32K is not such a big deal. Well, unless I invest in some meme stock and it goes to the moon. Then that one different story. But that's not the point here. The point is, I have multiple sources of income, like my YouTube income, my options income, my SSB passive income, and so on. This crash gave me the realization that instead of being too fixated on saving and investing that 8K, a better way is to focus on increasing my income, which would easily generate more than 8K every year. Third, CPF policy risk. Yes, there will always be a policy risk, but I think that's the same in life. There's no way you can avoid risk. You go out to the mall, or some idiot takes a samurai sword and chases after you. You stay in your house, or your neighbor accidentally starts a fire and burns down your house. You walk to your coffee shop, some guy shoots bubble tea pearls at you. In short, there's no way to avoid risk in life. Same for CPF policy risk. There's no way to avoid it. Instead, a better way to overcome this risk is just to earn more money and invest it so that we are not too reliant on our CPF for retirement. So, with those few reasons, I've decided to start topping up to my CPF starting this year. But first, let me show you my CPF account. Ready? Ta-da! Okay, there's nothing much here. 34K in OA, 45K in SA, and 43K in MA. Probably all of you have way more money in CPF than me. And my CPF balance is definitely way below the median of 200K. 3 reasons why I have such a low balance. 1. I worked as a game programmer in the past, and game programmers have sibei low pay. 2. I did not top up to my CPF, other than that one time when I top up 7K a long time ago. 3. Because I was a PR back then, I could only buy a resale HDB, and I couldn't use any of the HDB grants, which means that I have to cough out 20% down payment together with my wife. And since I don't have much cash, I have to use all my CPF OA money for the down payment. In total, I've withdrawn over 81K for my house payments. So that's why I have such a low CPF balance. But that's going to change this year. Here's my plan. Late last year, I talked about something called the 3-fund portfolio, where you allocate 60% to local stocks, 20% to international stocks, and 20% to bonds. My plan is to take the 3-fund portfolio and modify it a little. Instead of the 85% Tesla portfolio like what I did in 2021, hashtag YOLO, my plan now is to work towards a portfolio with 65% S&P 500, 15% Euro stuff like Tesla, Apple, crypto, and the remaining 20% in CPF. Now, obviously, the CPF will be capped to the full retirement sum and the basic healthcare sum, but that's the general idea of how I would do it. I would first start by topping up to my CPF MA first. Why CPF MA? I talked about it in this video, but basically, there are 3 benefits to topping up to a CPF MA first. 1. The money in MA can be used to pay for medical expenses, while SA doesn't have much use, other than to gather interest and thus till you become old Apek and old Ama. 2. When MA reaches BHS, the extra amount will flow into SA, thereby supercharging SA. 3. Whatever amounts that flow from MA into SA can be shielded at 55 years old, hence giving me more SA money to withdraw after I retire. Next, even though I'm owing so much money to CPF OA after withdrawing it for housing, I don't plan to top up to it yet. The reason is because right now, with banks and T-bills giving 3 to 4% interest, there's no point topping up to OA to earn a 2.5% interest. Also, I'm not planning to transfer from OA to SA, even though by doing so, I can earn an extra 1.5% interest. Few reasons. 1. I'm keeping my OA money just in case I need to upgrade my house. 2. And this is the more important part. By transferring over, I will get to hit FRS sooner. But the moment I hit FRS, I can't top up to CPF SA anymore. And this is bad because if in the future my pay increases and I need to rely on CPF top-ups to reduce my income tax. For example, if I'm topping up my CPF when I'm in the 7% tax bracket, I will be saving up to 7% on my taxes. But just in case, if my income goes up to the 18% tax bracket, my tax savings would be a super high 18%. Not saying my pay will go up, I'm saying just in case. In short, I'm only planning to top up to my CPF MA for now. And that's what I've done early in January. Okay, here are my thoughts. Obviously, I still have a lot of things to learn when it comes to investing. It's okay to make mistakes along the way, but the more important thing is to learn from it so that I can continue to improve. This crash, although it is painful, taught me that CPF does have a role to play in my FIRE journey. While chasing for FIRE aggressively, I still need a safety net just in case the market jiba boom and dies. So for now, I'm planning to top up 8k to my MA every year till I hit BHS. As to what happens after that, you will just have to wait and see. Anyway, that's all for this video. Hopefully, you find it useful. Like, share and subscribe as I'll be posting new videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday.